Hey, what's going on? Special Saturday. Not really special Saturday. I mean, it kind of is. Um, my dad's no longer living, but today would be my dad's birthday. So it is in that respect a special day. Just a day of remembering, the, as I've always called him, the greatest man that ever walked the planet, in my opinion. I know that might be somebody else to a lot of people. Um, Not naming names, and that's another discussion for another time. That's a philosophical discussion. But we're actually here today to do a recap for the week and an outlook for next week. So, just jumping right into the charts, you see I've got it already up. Um, this week recap kind of going to be like last week's recap. Um, so just really quickly, we're on the weekly chart. Like last week, I basically said external range liquidity taken. Previous, we were looking for internal range. We got the internal range last week, tapped into the daily, but something very interesting happened this week, which was we had the internal range that was taken, and then we came back and took the external again. So we basically made a new high. So that's the weekly chart that you see here. I'll drop down to the daily. So essentially, super quick outlook, right? You're like, damn, dude, really, really. Um, I'm getting better the more I do these. So, excuse me. This would be basically last Friday's candle. So this was the external that was taken, right, on the daily, and then basically you can see here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we actually got that move back into this daily fair value gap. Thursday, it really dipped back in there to the constant encroachment or the 50% of that zone. That was on Thursday, and then it expanded away. So here you see my ERL taken. That's just external range liquidity taken. That was on Friday. Again, just denoting this high as basically the buy side liquidity or that high. This is now the new high. So again, expectation going into next week is to see some sort of retracement. You do see that I've got something marked out up here, which is basically I like to look at standard deviations. I know some people are unsure about that. I'm unsure whether or not I'm actually even qualified to even share what my thoughts behind that are, because my interpretation is a little different. I've got a different level of understanding about what the standard deviation is. So I would suggest, and then I'll see if I can actually how do I want to do it? I may just put a link in the description down below in terms of Inner Circle Traders standard deviation videos, and then I want to say I've got like one other YouTuber that does a really good job in explaining just standard deviation. So I'll make sure just to drop those video links in the description so you can go take a look at that. So, but the long and the short, this week upcoming, I'm expecting basically a maybe a small retracement back in internal liquidity to be taken. Let's look at the hourly really quickly here. Um, so yeah, even the hourly, you're gonna see basically bullish. There's just one thing to just kind of keep in mind. This is gonna be bullish, but next week you may see a minor retracement or a pullback, and the eloquent term nowadays is being utilized as it was many years ago, which is buy the dip, or anybody that really trades indices primarily. And this is the Nasdaq, by the way. So a lot of people will be looking for a pullback to quote unquote buy the dip. But as you can see, there are fair value gaps in here, and when they're left open like this kind of gives you an indication that there is a trend in place or a trend afoot, and it is bullish. So not really a reason to be a contrarian. I by nature seem to be a contrarian, but yeah, I would be looking for internal and then potentially a continuation, because I don't really see at the outset really a reason to short the market. I would say if you have a strategy that allows you to take maybe a portion of the retracement after maybe seeing a market structure shift or something of pretty decent significance that's going to allow you to reach into a level and then see how price reacts or responds from there, then go for it. The one thing I would say is that we've got NFP this week, so I think there are a couple of red folder economic events this week. So I would say just be careful. Me personally, I'll probably I'll look at maybe positions between Tuesday and Wednesday. I believe that other red folder news is Thursday, and obviously NFP on Friday. So those are kind of the asterisk days. I don't typically trade like NFP days. If I do, usually it's tape reading, or I'll just go into a paper trade account, because for me, the manual intervention is not really worth taking a risk, even though that's more sentiment and fundamentals driven, and I'm looking technically at what should deliver based on time and price. So like I said, if somebody else is going in and there's manual intervention, it's not the typical price delivery that we'd be accustomed to seeing. So but yeah, so again, just looking for retracement back in, internal range liquidity taken, and then a continuation. So that's my bias for this week. Upcoming live trades, I'm on the fence, so just check the community tab. I know that some of my live streams have been anywhere from like an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours, a little over 2.5 hours. I'm thinking they may extend a little bit more. I might be on longer, kind of fleshing that out. So just be sure to check the community tab, and I'll try to update that as of today, no later than maybe early tomorrow afternoon, kind of give you an indication of what I'm thinking about with those. All right, but that's going to be it for me for right now. As always, I appreciate everybody that comes by, that watches. I appreciate my new subscribers, so thank you for that. And just looking to continue to grow in this space. Next week, I will probably start working on at least one, if not two, of my Top Step 50K combines. One I've got as a leader account, and the other basically I'll be copy trading. So that will probably start maybe Tuesday. I've got a couple of other projects that I'm primarily going to be focused on Sunday night and Monday, and just kind of doing some back testing there, some more documenting, and some more journaling. So yeah, just stay tuned. Again, I appreciate everybody's support. Drop a thumbs up if you like this video, if it gives you some value. Again, not financial advice. It could be entertainment purposes, and then ultimately just to give you something to go into your chart, look at, see if you see the same thing, see if you see something different. And if you do see something different, please feel free to leave a comment below. I'll respond to each and every one as quickly as I can. So thanks for your time. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe, be profitable, and I'll see you next week.